Okie dokie. "13 years after the other buildings fell. Not a coincidence." Okay, finished testing. Or not finished testing, continued testing. I may have to adjust the angle on my wheel here. After I had to tear it apart and cleaned it inside because I didn't have no power and or it would no calibration. So I thought it was the USB connector to plug into the PlayStation had gone bad, but it wasn't it or the power supply. And surprisingly, everything inside the wheel looked really clean. I was expecting it to be like caked with dust and dirt and stuff, and it was surprisingly clean. The thing that was the most dirty was the fan. I had to go over it a couple times to clean all the dust off of it, and then the coils, like the coils on the motor facing the fan, which wasn't much and easy to clean. It took about 3.5, 4 hours taking breaks and watching my videos. Sim Racing Garage. Taking it apart so I knew how to crack it open. Finished cleaning it. Plugged it into the laptop and it connected. And updated the drivers, and then it was weird when it said restart my thing to take control. My laptop completely restarted, and then it said like something bad about it, but when I hooked it in, said check for an update, said you already had the latest update. So somewhere it took, and I had a green light because it was connected to the laptop and in PS3 mode. And then I had it before I put it back together, hooked it into after I cleaned it, then I hooked it in to the PlayStation and it calibrated, so I just put it back together and reattached it to the rig. I have a GT Omega Titan cockpit. It's a little tricky, but it's supreme as far as I'm concerned for the type of rig that I have. It's 2-inch steel tubing, reinforced. So the vibrations for the wheel, and I use high force feedback settings on this T300 RS GT because it came with the T3 PA pedals, which I didn't need. I never used them. I got the load cells. My brother has them. They've never been plugged in except for whatever he raced on them, and I think he said he only did it like a couple days. I gave him my old T150. Can't change the wheel out on that. The T300 you can change wheels. I use the Sparco competition wheel, which is awesome. I like it being a normal, what you would have in the car. I bought the Sparco wheel, but they have the exact wheel that you can put in a real car, just without the GRAN TURISMO controls on it. So it's like 13 inches. When I go to a direct drive and I'm looking at a Moza R9, this T300 has got about like 4.4 newton meters of torque, force feedback. And the Moza that I'm looking toward, although it's PC compatible, so I could, if I wanted to do iRacing, I could. But it's not compatible. The Moza R9 isn't compatible to consoles, and you have to buy it's like a $200, $179 adapter, and then you can play Gran Turismo and use the wheel. So it's an extra $190. And the R9, right now you can get it about $6. But it's got like 9.5 newton meters of torque. And sometimes when I'm in roll-on races with this T300 and it's on high force feedback, I think, oof, if I do something and it's got 9.5, I'm gonna be like, no. And if the wheel okay, smoked. Finish my cigarette. I don't condone smoking. I'm almost to the point where I'm gonna quit. So I'm doing these weekly challenges now that I got my wheel back. I'm still surprised how clean it was. I thought it was going to be caked with dust and dirt and stuff. And it was not. I was completely surprised. So before I started broadcasting earlier, I went into this, but then power flickered, so I had to wait for router to reconnect, PS to reconnect, the wheel. Then it was a test to make sure the wheel reconnected, and it did normal. As soon as PlayStation came on, red light came on, and it automatically calibrated, and I was good to go. Okay, do what I always do. Before I'm racing, change the oil, should give it a wash. Wash it. Wash it. Appalachian twang. So far, everything seems great. Except maybe I'm going to test it and see here on an hour-long race, which is surprising in this weekly challenge. Not a big fan of this track, but seem to have a lot of those, but okay, let's do something here before I do that. Clean everything out. And just test it and see. Unplug the wheel and reset it. Okay, everything is successful. Reconnect the wheel. Toggle switch, that horrible toggle switch on this Sparko wheel works fine. I ain't gonna complain. Be thankful it works. Okay. Oof. Hour-long race. We'll see the angle of this wheel. It's not getting warm. Just my external fan here, because I use high force feedback settings. Oh great, nighttime too. But it would be cool to live in one of these houses that's on the track. If I won the lottery big, I'd buy one of those houses. I'd go to them, name your price. Everyone's got one. Like this one right here, with all the windows in the front. Then I'll have all my friends come over and we'll watch a race. And I think if you live there, you might get a discount on using the track or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that. But not right now. Okay, let's test this wheel. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need harder tires. You know what? Put them all the way to back to save front tires. Okay, let's check toggle switch. Seems to be normal. Cold tires. Oh, thank God I didn't have to break into my direct drive money to get a new servo base. Ooh. Let's try this again. It's a video game. We can do this. Is this the modern world or what? Too funny. Uh-oh. What's up? Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's weird. What's going on here? Okay. Okay, what is up here? Okay, let's try this again.